Hello, my name's Sian Riley at the Internet Dietitian.com, and I'm just going to talk about how FODMAPs may cause symptoms in people with irritable bowel syndrome. So the digestion process begins when we take a bite of food. Biting and chewing mixes the food with our saliva, and the enzymes in our saliva get to work breaking down that food. We then swallow the food and it enters the stomach, where it's further broken down by our stomach acid. Partially digested food then exits the stomach and enters our small intestine, or our small bowel. Small bowel is very long in length. It's about 5 to 10 metres in the average adult. So the aim of digestion is to break down longer molecules of protein, fat and carbohydrate into their individual molecules of amino acids, fatty acids and sugars, ready for our bowel to absorb these nutrients into our bloodstream. So each of us digests and absorbs food in varying amounts, depending on a number of factors. In relation to FODMAPs, it's the carbohydrates and the sugars that are digested and absorbed in varying amounts. The digestion and absorption continues in our small bowel as the food moves towards our large bowel. So on this diagram you can see the food's moving along our small bowel, and the FODMAP element of that food is being absorbed and digested along its journey. And any FODMAP that isn't digested or absorbed enters our large bowel here. And on our little chap, here is the large bowel here. So the sugars that aren't absorbed in our small bowel enter the large bowel, and these unabsorbed FODMAPs draw water, and they're also a food supply for the good bacteria that live there. Our large bowel is full of millions of good bacteria. So this is a normal process. It occurs in all of us, but for people with irritable bowel syndrome, this process is increased, and the bowel is more sensitive to it, and this can lead to distressing symptoms such as diarrhea, constipation, bloating and abdominal pain. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope this diagram has been of some use to you in explaining how FODMAPs may produce symptoms in people with irritable bowel syndrome. Please visit the internetdietitian.com to learn more about irritable bowel syndrome and how dietitians can help in the treatment of irritable bowel syndrome through the low FODMAP diet. Thank you for listening.